we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now here's another carry for Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Harris. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Back to Sermon on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Browns at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Room here to run. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. From the 45 on second down, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now, Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing. Since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with a football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen, the man in motion left. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Herbert. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 125 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Herbert. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. To throw is Watson. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devin Duvernay. 38 yards. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards, the final tally. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one, but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Hey, you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And making the tackle there, Martin Emerson.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Javon Hargrave picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Miles Myles Garrett collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Hopkins' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will tie things at 20 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Greg Newsome up to make the stop. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having...
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Brought down at the 20. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, Sermon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, and he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Oh, what a juke into space. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 165 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the counter, Sermon. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Again, it's Sermon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they can. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Trey Sermon, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Chargers. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Hey, alert! Hey, 31!
Here's Watson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Harris running straight ahead. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 142 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run again with Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how